What's going on, guys? It's me, Shugashu. We are back with another Musume video, and still no news on the next champions meeting. So I'm assuming it will be told to us in the next Pac Alive. So that will be on the 30th. So we have a couple days until then. Until then, we're just gonna be doing characters that I've been wanting to work on. Obviously, Teio being one of them, since I haven't gotten a UF or a pretty high Tokai Teio. So we're gonna go see how we're gonna do today with that. Starting with this Teio, I want this Teio for some odd reason I've struggled specifically along with the normal Kita. It's funny because they both have pretty much the same growth rate and speed and stamina. So we're gonna see how that goes. So I do have a little bit on stamina for the inheritance and most of it on power. And then just the setup I was thinking about going 2 speed, 2 wise, 1 guts, and of course the goddess group card. I did think about bringing 1 stamina card just in case. Still thinking if I should. Probably, maybe, but I just want to try this out for now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're gonna jump in to the run, and before I jump into the comments, I just want to give a little update on what has happened to me over the weekend. So on Friday, well, first let's start on Thursday. On Thursday, I did notice something was going on, like around my legs, I guess my thigh, my right thigh, and I tend to ignore it because I was still walking fine and all that. So, but the only thing I did was basically just keep in mind that I should be careful. But on Friday, when I woke up, I started feeling it a little bit, and I was like, is this a good thing or a bad thing? And next thing you know, later that day, I was pretty much struggling to get off the chair and even get my right leg above, like, to get on the bed and get it on the bed. And that was pretty bad. I came to the conclusion that I may have, no, not I may, I did that I strained one of my hip flexor muscles. So yeah, I've been dealing with that for a while. Friday was the worst day out of it, since it was basically the first day it happened. Can I say, the fact that it was hard for me to even get my leg on the bed was hell. And I could it was pretty hard to walk. I am not gonna lie about that. Like, my right leg felt so weak that it barely could have, like, I barely could have walked. I had better luck walking with a sprained ankle, foot, and going to the bathroom versus me going through that. So yeah, I had to get help to whenever I needed to go to the bathroom, which was never really happened to me on any injuries I've had. How I had gotten the strain hip flexor muscle beats me. I may have had a sudden movement that I probably didn't notice that I did. It didn't really I don't know. I still, until this day, couldn't figure out what really happened, to be honest. But yeah, pretty much Friday was just pretty bad. Yeah, until today, I can't even like it's better today, but I know for a fact that going up and down the stairs would still be hell for me if I had to go up and down stairs. Seeing that I can't raise my right leg high enough, and I don't want to put too much strain on it, so that's out of the question. But yeah, I've been basically just chilling the pass a whole weekend. On Saturday was probably the most I've stayed on bed just to make sure that I rested my leg. Um, Actually, Friday night was probably one of it was not a it's up there in one of the worst sleeps I've had because for the first time in a long time I actually tried going to sleep fairly early. Normally I'm awake like in the nighttime, you know, just doing different things. But that night I tried going to sleep I think around midnight. And I was trying to go in and out. I was basically going in and out of sleep for about 4 hours until I finally slept and got about 4 to 5 hours of sleep before just staying up for a bit in the morning and then taking another nap because I was feeling better. Yeah, the worst sleep I've had was when it was a pretty, I don't know if it was, I'm pretty sure it wasn't a sprained ankle. It was more of like a pretty bad strain on my foot. And the pain was so bad that it was just, I didn't know how to deal with it. And I'm usually in these type of scenarios are like, yeah, you should sleep on your back and all that, but I'm not a back sleeper at all. I'm more of a side sleeper, so yeah, even when I'm not injured, I can't sleep on my back. I just can't. It's not comfortable to me. But yeah, and then on Saturday, I pretty much just spent the whole day on bed, whether I'm laying down or sitting up because my back needed to stretch, so I'll just be sitting. I caught up to One Piece just because of that. I'm not saying it's a good thing that I got. It was just like out of all the times for me to feel like I could catch up to One Piece, had to be when something's going on. But yeah, and then today feeling a little bit better, or on Sunday I was feeling a little bit better. Even though it's not the best, I'm able to walk around a little bit with a limp, of obviously. I think with a mild strain, it takes about a week to 3 at most, I think. And I think I'm doing okay right now. Obviously, with the help of, you know, medication. Obviously, well, more like painkillers. Painkillers. But yeah, I think I'm doing all right now. But that was pretty much my weekend. Pretty much just resting and all that. I hope you guys had a better weekend than I did. The worst part about it is, besides the injury, it was like, it's during the summer, and being in the bed during the summer when the AC's not on, kind of hell. I get warm pretty easily. So in the middle of the night when it just gets warm for me, I'm just like tossing and turning. I hate the heat so much, so I'm just like, yeah, pretty much just there laying down and I got sweating. But yeah, that's pretty much my story for the weekend. What happened to me in the weekend. I did get a couple twin turbo runs out there because I was focusing on trying to get a good twin turbo run, but I don't think I got a really good one. I got a UG8, but I wasn't satisfied with it. So yeah, hopefully, like I said, y'all had a better weekend than I did. And yeah, with that being said, let's start going over the comments. I'm just saying I'm okay now. Better than I was on Friday. Friday was the worst out of it. Oh, and I guess I didn't think I mentioned this on Friday, but on Thursday I did. You guys are familiar with Honkai Star Rail. They had like this, or they started this whole thing where there was drinks that they're selling in a specific boba shop or boba shops. And I ended up going to one of them just to, you know, get like the little, I guess, merch or whatever that comes with. I want to say merch, but like the little things that it comes with. So basically, they had a Kafka and Blade drink, I guess, in because of the 1.2 update, with Blade being in phase 1 and Kafka being in phase 2. Came with like a coaster, stickers, I don't know what they're called, but the cardboard that you put around hot coffee, I guess. The way for me to describe it. I guess hot or cold. Cup holders, I don't know. And the drinks were actually pretty good. Got one of the coasters near me right now. Pretty much something like that. And these things that you wrap around the cup. Little things, but I guess if you, the person who enjoys the game, pretty much just went for it. But drinks were actually pretty darn good. But anyways, enough about me. Let's go over the comments. So over the weekend we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 comments. 4 on the Simply Serious banner and 1 on the Twin Turbo video that I did. And I guess I feel like I was supposed to say something before that. We'll see if it'll come back to me before that. But let's just go over the comments for now. You just pull them up. All right. So Echo does have 2 comments. So I'll go over Echo's 2 comments first. To be honest, when I saw Sirius's ultimate skill animation, I immediately knew what kind of character she was or were. And when I heard her singing, I was completely convinced that I don't need her. P.S. I don't like her outfit that much. And her smile at the end of her ult skill animation kind of makes me feel uneasy. She isn't bad, but definitely not my type, if you know what I mean. Sorry for the outburst. Yeah, I mean, pretty much everyone has their own type when it comes to like characters and all that. So I don't blame you for not liking her. I do agree with her. Hold on, let's get out of here real quick. I never really got to see her outfit after this, but I'm gonna take a look at it. I don't know. Her outfit's not bad. I'm just not a big fan of green. So to me, it's a lot of green going on, I'd say. I don't mind her animation, her unique animation. I just feel like it was too simple for me, but I don't mind the character at all. She's just one of those characters that where I feel like they could have worked on her animation a little bit, but it is what it is, to be honest. Okay, and then continue on with the comment. Okay, I didn't know they added Ramano's outfit into the game. Well, screw me. Now I hope for at least 10 free pulls in Uma Gacha. If anything, they'll give us maybe 10 free singles. If anything. If they don't decide to give us any full 10 pulls. That's the most I can think of. Pretty much singles. Because for sure they'll give us full pulls for the support banner. That's always like easier for them to give rather than for the Umas themselves. I think it's kind of funny because I feel like support cards are way more important, obviously for training purposes. So yeah, that's pretty much it. On to the second comment. Well, when I'm training for CM, you know I'm doing an A+ CM. I do races that are suitable for training because it kind of gives more chances to get an S that way. I want to believe that. I honestly don't think so. Honestly, that's at least my opinion. Because I went over... When I was looking through my characters, like the parents that I had left, I saw an Naguri cap that I had an S in all in medium, mile, and long distance. I was just sitting there like, how did I manage to do that? So I know for a fact that I did all 3 of those kind of races because Obviously, she would do medium distance races, long distance races with the Tenosho Spring, if you decide to do it, which I normally do when it comes to Aguri Cap. And for mile, I think she does have a few mile distances, whether they're G2 or G3. And I was just sitting there like, S is in all three distances. That's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. It's so yeah. Besides, not going for extra races makes my Uma strong too. I mean, that's pretty much a given since you do have extra turns to train and give stats. Though I know that sometimes it's better to not run any races, not winning them because fans give old skill level up, and that can be hella dangerous when every free rank point is calculated afterwards. Basically, I just look into UG training from an A+ training perspective. I know it's wrong, but it's hard to notice that I compare completely different things sometimes. I think that's pretty much where you're coming from. Since you're training from a different perspective, I think that's where you start questioning things, I guess, things that I do. At least that's the only conclusion I can think of now that you mention it. I actually never put that together, well, where you are training for the A+ CMs, where I'm going for the other one. Although I could be completely wrong, but I think it also has to do with the way your perspective is, which makes more sense than anything. But yeah, I don't personally think the races that you do affects the whether or not you get an S in a stat. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone. If it does, I'll be glad to prove that say that I'm wrong about it. I just don't think so, because I really believe it's just through inheritance and the RNG, whether or not they want to give it to you. Because I've had training runs, I don't know if I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, where even though you have majority of your factors on the same medium distance, and you have like 2 or 3 stars on mile, still probably end up getting mile distance. And I know that's happened to me for a couple training runs, or more than a couple. That's why I feel like it's just RNG on the inheritance rather than what races you do in the end of the day. And about anime, I watch episodes on weekly release because I just can't wait for them to be complete. I won't have anything else to watch. I pick anime by its genre or plot, so if I wait for something to be complete, I can't force myself to watch something I'm not interested in. Kind of hard to explain. I think I kind of get what you say. It's just I'm the total opposite when it comes down to watching anime. I think I mentioned it before, more of a binge watcher, so I can't really go along with the current season because obviously you have to wait weekly and all that. And if I know the series are going to have a second core to the current season, then I'm pretty much still going to wait, even though the first half is basically done, which is all right, at least for me. The reason why I say that is because there's just a lot of anime that I watch that I haven't watched before, whether it's from the past seasons or even older anime that I've wanted to watch or been holding off from. But yeah, like currently, I think it's because of the amount of genres I watch too. It gives me like a lot to really just hold on to and watch. But it also comes down to what type of genre I'm in the mood for at the moment. That also plays a factor in what I watch at the moment. Like one day I'll be like, I kind of want to watch, some slice of life and all that. And then one day I'll be like, yo, I kind of want to watch some action, whether it's like sports or some kind of action anime that I haven't seen yet. And then once in a while I'll be like, I kind of want to rewatch this. So I do have those moments, which kind of explains why I have a lot of anime that I have in the back burner, just waiting for me to watch. But I haven't updated my anime list, but I've seen a good amount of anime. I've seen a good bit of anime. I think I could log in and see. I'll probably check in the end of this video, but I'll try to log in. Unless I'm logged in already, but unless... Okay, never mind. I'm already logged in. I don't think I've logged in such a long time, though. Let's hold off on using the red. Let's see my profile. Yeah, the last time I updated it... I don't know when the last time I updated. I guess based on what my profile says, November 3 of 2022. So more than half a year ago. And ooh, we're doing the Kika show, but I'm not too sure about... Okay. I was worried about my stamina, but I realized I had... Since I haven't been using Measure Ramino for a while because of the short distance, I've been forgetting to pick out skills to use for her card effect or whatever. So why don't we do that? Better late than never, at least. See some speed cards. Just start at the bottom. Grab that one. Grab that one later. These two. I guess medium distance sense. I don't want to pick it just yet though. Whatever, we'll just do it. I guess straight skill's fine. Okay, we got third place in the Kika show though. It's kind of bad. But I know I've completed way more. I don't know if this is by episode or anything. Oh no, it's not by episodes. I've completed a total of 459 on the day that since I last updated, or 459 I guess series. I guess that includes movies as well. So they're not all just like regular anime seasons. Some of them are movies. With a total of 10,297 episodes according to the anime stats that I have here. Pretty crazy. Let me see my plan to watch, because I'm pretty sure I've watched some of them already, or most of them. Want to go for speed? That's fine. I can go for speed. Yeah, I've seen some of these already. My list would be way higher after updating this. I haven't really thought about updating it just yet, though. But I've seen a lot of these. Anyways. But yeah, I'm more of a binge watcher, so I thrive off watching completed animes already. So I also find myself looking at animes that's been out in the past that I've missed or haven't heard of. See if I'm interested in them or if it's like things that I watch. But although I'm pretty open to watching a lot different kinds of anime, so that works out for me. And yeah, thank you for the comment, Echo. Moving on to Nova's comment. Well, 70 pulls for serious, and I'm okay with that. 23k left for the second anniversary, which is something I know I'll need RNGesus to save me. My friend still makes fun of me for not having decent support cards, but I don't care. I need my Umafus. 70 pulls is not bad, actually. 710 pulls? Really not bad. But having 23k left for the second anniversary is really good, I'd say. because, well, at least you're in a better situation than I'm in. I just realized I didn't use this, so I'll just use it now. Correction on the anime name, it's called Helk. I probably went with a Japanese pronunciation. That's totally fine. For a horror anime, I did enjoy Shiki and Higurashi for a bit, until Higurashi got all Super Saiyan in the final season. I totally forgot about Higurashi. I think the reason why I forgot about Higurashi, I did watch it, is to me it felt more of a psychological horror. That's the thing about like a lot of these anime horror ones are more, to me they're more psychological. When I think about horror is like something that'll scare me and all that. So I mean, I feel like another is psychological, but it's something about it that stood out to me. It kind of gave me like those Final Destination vibes, I'd say, I guess. Shiki, I know I've heard of it. Yeah, actually feel like I've seen it. It's just been a while. Oh yeah, 2010. That is old. I don't remember anything about this. It did come out in 2010. I probably only watched this once, and that's pretty much it. I'll probably give it another watch, since I don't remember anything about it. That's a hard thing with watching a lot of anime. But I did remember watching Higurashi, and I did like it. It just felt more psychological to me at least. I almost forgot about Oshinoko. I think I always leave these popular anime in the back burner just because I feel like they're way overhyped, and then I get disappointed when watching it myself. I honestly feel the same way. Well, especially with the way I watch things, I have to wait for the whole season to be done with. But I felt that way with like Demon Slayer when everybody's all hype about it and all that. I'm just like, yeah, I get it. But I was like, it is animated by Ufotable, and I love what they did with the Face series, and especially Unlimited Blade Works. So that was pretty much my main reason for watching it, but I had to wait until all the hype died down, because everybody was talking about Demon Slayer this, Demon Slayer that, and I pretty much waited a good chunk of time before I finally decided to watch it. Honestly, no regrets. I mean, yeah, I get why people like it and all that. I even ended up reading the whole manga, which was actually not bad either. Well, I get the hype. I feel like it was overhyped at the same time. The most credit I can give to is the animations, but yeah, that's all I can say. Oshinoko does have a lot of hype towards it, but since it's not like an action shonen or whatever, I feel like I give it more leniency. I'm actually gonna watch it pretty soon. Just not right now. Right now I'm actually watching what am I watching right now? The sports anime. Right now I am watching Awashi, soccer anime. Not because I'm in a sports anime type of feeling type of way. It's just been something that I've been wanting to watch. Even though I'm not into soccer or anything, sports anime is just totally different. I guess I just feel different because I even got into watching like Diamond No Ace, which is the baseball one, which I thought was actually not that bad either. Even though I don't like baseball as well. The two main sports I do enjoy is well, I guess three main sports is basketball, football, and volleyball, which would probably explain why I like Haikyuu a lot. And I did enjoy Kuroko and Slam Dunk. I think the only football thing I can think of was like Ice Shield 21, which was pretty good too. Realize how many. Okay, we won a pretty good amount of dates. And yeah, that's all I can think of. But I don't mind watching Oshinoko, even though I know it is pretty much overhyped. But at the same time, it's not like you're... I guess I can't really call it an idol anime, since it more falls down to like the drama, kind of psychological, I would say, based off what I've heard about it. So yeah, I think that's what interests me more than, let's say, like Demon Slayer when it first came out, when it's all about like pretty much action and all that. At least that's the way I see it. But moving on with the comment, I think the isekai genre is also something you can look forward to. Overlord Season 5, Tanya Season 2, Konosuba Season 3, ReZero Season 3, and Isekai Slime Season 3. Okay, so Tanya and Overlord I've never seen. I'm gonna just say that. I don't know why I've never seen Overlord. I don't think it caught my interest if I still haven't seen it and 5 seasons has been out. I'll be real. I feel like I just never caught my attention. Tanya, I don't even know if I know anything about it. Let me see. Is it the Saga of Tanya? Oh wait, it's this anime. Okay, never mind. I've seen stuff about it, but I haven't watched a single episode of it. So those who I haven't seen, Konosuba Season 3, yeah, I've seen Konosuba. The last thing I saw was the series about Megumin, which was pretty recent. ReZero Season 3, I did see that they had just started it. And then Isekai, I haven't seen Isekai, or the Isekai, I haven't seen the Slime Isekai since like Season 1. I haven't watched Season 2 at all. I think I'll eventually get back into it. It's just there's so many isekai animes out there, whether it's like the main ones like ReZero, the Slime one, and Konosuba, but there's like so many others that I've seen in the past few months where I'm kind of just I'm gonna say I'm over it. I just need a break from it. But yeah, thank you for the comment, Nova. Then on to Eugen's comment. About the comment on each scenario, they have a specific wide factor that gives bonus specific stats once triggered. Yeah, I was trying to figure out which one does which for like the Uma factor, the Ura Finals factor, the Alharu, which I think is power, and I think make a new track. I'm not sure which one does though, so that's what I was trying to figure out. So some hardcore trainers try to get them to improve their Umas. For example, like me, who I run Alharu for parent factors just to unlock the slight detour non-stop skill after the race, so I can use other cards too for other important skills, and this way I can increase. But yeah, those scenarios has still a purpose, especially for new trainers, because from oldest to newest, they can learn to improve their training given on starting cards they have. So that's why Ura is recommended to start. Unless a newborn whale trainer comes in, I can say it's possible to jump out of Grandmasters, but that's boring. It's best to go through all the scenarios step by step, in my opinion, as a new trainer. I actually do agree with that, because even if you start the game pretty late, they have updated the past factors from what they were. Even though it's like small updates on it, it's still pretty updated, I would say. But it's also like, why not just try out the old factors, either whether it's to practice training with yours, I guess with what Eugen said, starting cards, but also just to like, you know, experience what the game was before, even though it's slightly updated, and give you an idea of what has been through over, I guess, 2.5 years by now. But yeah, unless you're a newborn whale trainer, then that's a whole different story, I'd say. Because if you somehow manage to get some really good cards and all that, then I guess just learning Grandmasters wouldn't be too bad. I guess since I guess it was Ensutter we're talking about, I'd say since we're in the position to be getting a new training scenario anyway in the next month, I give all the other training scenarios a shot also, just to see how you feel about them, and also just get a flow with things. But yeah, usually the Euro finals would be a good start also, because I guess it'd be like learning the basics in a way, because there's nothing really special about it besides getting the white factor in the end. But at least you'll be able to like go through the basics and all that, unless you're pretty much cool with the game or the way it is right now, I'd say. But yeah, continuing on with the comment, I also noticed that Measure Ramano's costume implementation while I'm training Seiun Sky and Alharu. Although it's implemented, it might be a placeholder because there are some Umas that costumes are also implemented on some Uma scenarios training races, but not in the Alharu team. I might be ready for the 2.5 anniversary with my current jewels, but I feel like I'm going to save it for Grand Cheval release, the one I mentioned with the Sea Captain theme costume. So yeah, I'll just stay put and wish luck on the free gacha rules. That's true. They do have characters with their costumes where they haven't really released them yet, so it could just be a coincidence that they added her to make us think that they're gonna release her. But I mean, with the way side games have been rolling, it could be Measure Ramano if anything. We'll just have to wait, what, another half a month or so to figure out who the banner is gonna be, I guess. I feel like you saving for Grand Cheval since you really want her is totally fine. For Twin Turbos factor, well, you can go for power because maybe it's more stable. Other setup I've done before that made Twin Turbo to UF2 with 1 speed, 3 guts, and 1 wise, plus Throne with 6 stamina, 12 power factors, and my Mileseum Turbo 2 speed, Ida and Taiki, 2 stamina, Creek and Vodka, 1 wise Ramano plus Goddess, 15 power, 2 wise factors. Sometimes I think that 1 speed, 2 stamina, 2 wise plus Goddess setup is much better due to my cards at hand. The one I suggest might be quite difficult, but I feel it should be doable, especially if RNG kicks in, unless that deck formation requires level 50 cards. So I actually think the original one that you suggested, which was the 1 speed, 1 stamina, 2 wise, Goddess card, and 1 guts. I don't know if I said 1 guts already, but yeah, 1 speed, 1 stamina, 1 guts, Goddess friend card or group card, and 2 wise. I feel like it is doable. It's just a matter of RNG. Highest I've gotten was UG8. I'm pretty sure I can break into the UF if I get the perfect RNG out of it. The only issues I get in that training is pretty much sometimes my power will be a little bit too low. Like I'll just be at 1150. My guts wouldn't be like at around 900. Sometimes it will be around 600 to 700. And once in a while, my stamina would be lacking by like 100. But I guess it's just a matter of RNG. Plus, sometimes my speed is kind of low, which sometimes I feel like maybe 2 speed would be better for me. But I'm not sure quite yet. I am not sure quite yet. So I don't know. I do want to keep trying to set up you gave me because I've gotten as far as a UG8. So I feel like I can make this work out, to be quite honest. But I'll try out your other setups when I feel like I want to try out the other setups, because right now I feel like it's manageable currently. So we'll see what happens there, because I mean all my cards are level 50 besides Super Creek. Might I don't want to switch Super Creek because it's of course Arc Maestro. So I don't know just yet what I want to do. If anything, I might try it with like maybe, not sure what other stamina cards I can use. I'd say Biwa, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, for wanting to use it for medium distance, I haven't really gotten... Well, yeah, stamina, I feel like it's a little too low from what I want it to be. Obviously, Wise is not as high as I want it to be as well. But yeah, thank you for the comment, Eugen. And Sutter, basically about your question about the other factors or the other training scenarios. Just look into this comment from Eugen if you so you can get an idea of it. Then lastly, from Xantera Nova from the Twin Turbo video, Sonic the Hedgehog plus Twin Turbo equals Sonic Turbo. She is blue, so it does work out. It does work out. But yeah, thank you guys for all the comments. Echo, Nova, Eugen, and Xantera Nova. And also, I'd like to welcome and thank all the new current subscribers we got over the weekend. Hopefully, y'all can comment down below and join everyone else, and we can get to talk and all that. And just like what I did in this video, I'll be responding to comments during the video itself. So yeah, leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to respond to them during the video. And let me just pick out some skills here. Passive preparation. I did pick red, right? I feel like I did. Although, I think we'll be fine because I don't think this will be high enough. So for speed, we got 1446. Stamina 720, which is not bad. I was looking for about around 800. 1207 on power. 559 on guts, which is kind of low. I wouldn't mind 600 at minimum, but I've been trying to go a little bit higher on that, like 800 at least. And then 1009 on wise, which obviously I want that to be at the UG. And we didn't end up getting an S on medium distance, which is alright, since this is not going to be the run. Although, it'll be cool if this is at least the highest Teio I've trained. What did I get? UG3. It's definitely not the highest Teio I trained. She got Turf, which is alright. But yeah, all the skills I've gotten actually a decent amount of skills, I'd say. And the parents I used, we obviously lost the Kika show, got 3rd place. And this was a setup I used. I think if I had more friendship trainings on Wise, I would have gotten it, the UG. And I don't know. I think stamina, I just needed more on it, just a little bit more for me to feel more satisfied when it comes down to medium distance. Although guts is still the question here for me. I don't know if I need to do 2 guts cards and just go with 1 speed. But yeah, with that being said, guys, that is pretty much going to be the end of this video. If you guys didn't make it this far, I do want to say thank you. You guys can hit the like button and leave a comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to them in the next video. I I guess right now we're just in limbo, just waiting for the next CM before we start training for it. Um, it's still dirt. I'll most likely still use Smart Falcon, Yukino Bijin, and still haven't thought of a third unless I did and just totally forgot, but it is what it is. I'll figure it out by then. By the time I train that third character. Because I'm for sure with Yukino Bijin and Smart Falcon. So, yeah, with that being said, guys, leave a comment down below. I'll respond to them in the next video. So, with that being said, guys, thank you once again. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
君はどうせ君だよ。